We are on a piece of land that I own with my family that we purchased about a year ago from Red Jacket Orchards. This was a previous apple orchard from approximately 1981 to about 2016. And in 2016, they bulldozed the orchards and wanted to sell it to development. It was on the market for about 6 or 7 years, and me and my family came along and were really interested in getting into regenerative agriculture. And so we purchased this land about a year ago and have begun the process of turning it into a silvopasture farm. So we're going to be replanting a lot of trees and having animals grazing. So what you see right now is the start of a lot of pasture being established. And so a variety of grasses that we're trying to build the base to feed animals. And then over here, we also have a compost pile. What kind of farmer am I? You know, that's what people ask me constantly. And I'm not a corn farmer, I'm not a potato farmer, although I do grow those things, but I'm a soil farmer, I'm a carbon farmer, I'm a land steward. Like, that's really the way that I see agriculture, is trying to manage the land to improve the ecosystem and along the way make money, but you know, not necessarily looking at the financial aspect as like the main driving force, in that oftentimes it does not consider the ecological factors. So we work with a local orchard and juice company, and they have a lot of apples from their, you know, after they're done pressing them, there's a lot left. And you know, they need somewhere to take it. So I actually charge a little bit less than what the landfill charges. And so they pay me to dump these apples. And then I also get these big piles of mulch dropped from a local tree trimmer. So, you know, it's this kind of community or organization that's going on. You know, we're serving various people in the community, and they're also serving us, which is, you know, how community is made. And so the apples get dumped. And then basically, I mean, I would, you know, usually do this with a pitchfork or a shovel, but I mean, just to show you how easy it is. I mean, we're talking about, you know, a hand of, these are carbon-rich materials, so you really want to have a mix of nitrogen-rich, which is, you know, your food waste, and then carbon-rich, which is your wood chips or sawdust or shredded paper. And so, you know, this apple pile came in, and basically we just cover it up. It's incredibly simple. I mean, it takes about an hour to cover a load of apples that's actually dumped from a tractor trailer. So it's about 30 to 40 cubic yards of material, which when it comes out, it's quite a big amount, but you know, it's so much liquid in there as well. So that liquid settles out. This, the brown material really helps to absorb that liquid. And you know, as it breaks down, we also have earthworms and other microorganisms in this pile, and they're really good at breaking down the food scraps. And so, you know, what's happening is it's a very passive process. Like, we really like to set up the microorganisms to succeed, and then, you know, kind of sit it and forget it. So we got right here some no-till potatoes. So literally just like press the potatoes on the ground and then put mulch over it, and these are the potatoes popping up right here. I wanted to kind of see, you know, how to grow potatoes efficiently and you know, while also not destroying the soil. So we cut a few rows down there, which are literally 400-yard rows, and then planted potatoes every 6 inches. So we have 2 of those, and there's one right there. You can see the potatoes popping up. This is a no-till planting using willow mulch, which is really interesting. Willow is a fascinating plant, and I'm going to be growing quite a bit of willow. I got like all these rows, bing, 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 bing. I'm gonna have like 2,000 pounds of potatoes like when this is all done. But you see them like in these rows here. I mean, we're looking real good. This one, I like to say I planted caveman style. I literally just had like a pickaxe and I just like cut it in here. If I was living in New York City, I'd just be hanging out with a bunch of other 29-year-olds that liked what I like. And you know what you learn from that? Like, you learn what their experiences are, but I'm friends here with 60-year-olds and with 40-year-olds. You know, it's a very diverse community, and I do consider, you know, some of them my friends, and they're able to kind of give you some advice, or at least just kind of tell a story about their experience that a lot of my friends who, you know, don't hang out with a diverse age range of people, they don't get to experience. I think that it's important to not burn yourself out. Like, if I'm trying to save all of society's problems, I'm a burnout. But if I just try to like solve my immediate problems in my local community, like, I would love the saying, local solutions for global problems. Like, let's figure it out here and we can let other people know. Like, you know, I have really no impact on the state of California. I have no impact on all these other people and what they do. I can control what I do and how my community acts, so I act accordingly.